Backstage here with Mr. Mid-Atlantic, Damien Wayne, here in Baileysville, West Virginia. Tough match tonight, dog collar match against the Canadian Lion, Lance Erikson, and the Dog Pound Championship is up for grabs.
Well, you see, it seems like things have changed since I got here to Baileysville. I was prepared for a cage match, but I was told that Lance Erikson spent too much time at IHOP and couldn't get his fat ass through the door, so we couldn't have a cage match. Well, you want to take a 20-foot chain, take a collar and wrap it around my neck, and treat me like a dog? But that's okay, because I'm the big dog. I'm the top dog in the NWA, son. And Lance Erikson, you get prepared for the bite of your life, because I'm going to beat you like you've never been beat before, son. See this belt right here? This belt means I'm the best, the uncrowned NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the best going today. And Lance, bring what you got, because you ain't got enough.
It is now my privilege to stand next to the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erikson. And Lance, I have to ask, does the change from the steel cage to the dog collar match put you in a bind to become a double crown champion?
The Canadian Lion in a bind? Are you kidding me? Come on now. Jonathan, you've been around long enough to know. Let me tell you something, DW. It doesn't matter what the hell you've got. If it's a chain match, if it's a cage match, if it's a rope match, it doesn't matter to the Canadian Lion, as The Rock would say. I don't care. The only thing that matters to me tonight is to walk out of this building, not only with this NWA Mountain State title, but also your Dog Pound title. You know, you've been running your mouth a lot on the internet lately because I've been doing personal appearances, promoting, doing things that I need to in certain places. Well, let me tell you something, D-Dub. I've lost a lot of weight. I've been in the gym. I've been tanning. I've been doing the things that I need to do. You know, I looked in the rankings, and there's quite a few guys here in NWA Mountain State that are in the top 10 rankings. Well, guess what? I'm not. And I'm pissed off about it. So tonight, I take your title, and guess what? They had no choice but to put me in there, in the top 10. So guess what? He's just another.
Love him or hate him, he has represented this company in fine form.
From Hampton, Virginia, weighing at 226 pounds, he is Damien Wade.
This match is going to be as bitterly contested as any match that Stephen Hensley and I have ever called. And as Rich Quick watches his syndicate teammate in the ring, he has to wonder, what shape will this man be in to make the rest of his bookings after this match? You have to wonder that, Stephen Hensley. They have bookings tomorrow morning, Beckley, West Virginia. Tomorrow night, Hinton, West Virginia. Not to mention booked up solid for the next few weeks.
Let me interrupt you and go ahead and answer that question. You want to know how they do it? They're men. This isn't a business for crybabies. This is professional wrestling. Put up or shut up.
It looks like Damien Wayne's rip-roaring and ready to go, and Lance Erikson's a little bit hesitant. Would things have been different were they encased in 8, 9.5, 10 feet of steel cage?
I don't think it really matters. The end result of this thing is going to be a mountain of bloodshed and one man standing tall at the end. It's the only way it could end between these two men. The only way.
And I agree, it ends tonight right here at Unleashed in Baileysville. Damien Wayne's ready to go. He wants the crowd in on it. Oh, wait a second. He just jumped him, and the chain isn't even on. The match can't start yet. The match cannot start until the chain goes on.
Well, that doesn't matter. You can lay in all the groundwork you want and put it on after the fact. Right now, Lance Erikson has a lot of leniency in terms of what he can do to Damien Wayne. Damien Wayne can't waylay him the same way. That chain isn't attached to Lance Erikson yet.
And the match, I repeat, cannot start until the collar is on. Damien Wayne with the reversal, shoots him in. High back body drop, just missed the chain by inches. That would have hurt well, now he lands on the chain.
And a clothesline by Damien Wayne to boot. And Damien Wayne's grabbed the dog collar. He's wrapping it around him, Dean.
This match is about to start. If he locks his collar in, it is an officially sanctioned National Wrestling Alliance transaction.
Against Lance Erikson's wishes, it looks, yes!
Bring it, it's on. Timekeeper rings the bell, and Damien Wayne goes to work with the chain, and it's legal. This should be your kind of match, man, because it's pretty much anything goes.
And neither one of these men are going to shy away from doing exactly that. Anything they want.
Damien Wayne has been very vocal online about Lance Erikson, his midsection, his proclivity. Oh! He goes straight to the midsection with that, an injured rib. He talks about every time he turns around, Lance Erikson's in a restaurant.
Damien's got that chain wrapped around his hand, and he's laying into Lance Erikson. It's only a matter of time before we see blood in this one, Dean.
It's gonna come very quickly. Damien with the cover. Wow.
Lance Erikson still with the kick out, though. It's real early in this one. It's not going to end that quick. This one's just going to grind away for a while. Get ready to see a lot of punishment. If you're faint of heart, if you kind of get wobbly in the knees at the sight of blood, maybe this one isn't for you, fans. Maybe you want to walk out of the room, but if you're someone like me, this is your cup of tea. It's vicious, it's violent, it's Mountain State Wrestling at its finest. It's two of the best in the business.
It's blood between the eyes. Lance Erikson is open, ladies and gentlemen. And Rich Quick looks like he's going to vomit from the sight of blood. Oh!
And
man,
the chain just went across the ribs there, Dean.
Well, this is Good Friday. I apologize to anyone and everyone with that statement.
There's the Crimson Mask. That's what we were talking about. Not very long at all. I don't think we're even 3 minutes into this one, and already blood pouring down the face of the Canadian Lion.
That chain was used as a cheese grater across his forehead. You could hear his cries in Mingo County. By the way, I want to thank personally Pizza Mingo for helping us promote this event by putting black and white flyers in their pizza boxes. Not only is it incredible pizza, but they are NWA Mountain State supporters. Please support Pizza Mingo and all of our fine sponsors. Man, Lance Erikson's going to need to support Med Express, Raleigh General Hospital, or something quick.
Damien Wayne missed big time there, though, when he flew in with that chain. I think it may have hit off his head on the way out. And you can see the position he's in right now. He's over that top rope, and that chain is still in the ring.
And he is outside of the ring. Oh, no! Lance Erikson choking him out with the chain. And people, it's legal!
And Damien Wayne's face started to change colors right there. He's real lucky that Lance Erikson didn't choke him longer than that. There's no DQ. The referee cannot interfere except to count a pinfall.
He is only there to declare a winner. That's all. Lance Erikson brings him over into the ring via a suplex. Now Lance Erikson is the bloodied mess. But you see the damage that being hung outside the ring has inflicted, and now choking Damien Wayne out with the chain. A little bit of color back in the cheeks of Rich Quick also.
Heck, Rich Quick trying to lead some cheers for Lance Erikson, who does have supporters here tonight. Not a typical event for Lance Erikson, but tonight, those in West Virginia that feel loyal to the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champ are glad to show their support, and I'm glad to see them. Lance Erikson looks pretty pleased with himself at the moment, too.
Lance Erikson told you and I both backstage he enjoys the taste of blood, especially if it's his own. That's just a greeting card for a good evening.
It's like a smelling salt.
Rich Quick ought to feel in fine company here. A rough crowd, chains and blood on a Friday night. That's straight out of Brooklyn, people. That's just an evening at the Ritz, you know. And now the chain wrapped around the fist of your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and he's pummeling it into the forehead of Damien Wayne.
Lance Erikson wrapping that chain around his fist.
We've got blood on Damien Wayne also, and Lance Erikson smells it.
He's zeroing in on that. He's going to bust him wide open before too long, Dean. He may be doing it right now.
Yeah, that looked like his version of the cheese grater.
That chain link across an open cut, that's going to do it real quick.
Big time. And the fans know, there's that guy in the blue hat over there, an original Baileysville Rough Rider. He knows the score. And now just kicking Damien Wayne and keeping him down. Look how proud your champion is, ladies and gentlemen.
But look behind him, Damien Wayne's already up to his feet. Erikson turns around. Damien chops him across the chest.
Oh, dumps him to the mat with the second one. Damien staggering a little bit.
But he's still standing, Dean.
Well, you concentrate on the blood on the forehead, but, oh, and a drop kick. Who knows what damage is beyond that cut? There could be a skull fracture or anything.
Like I said, they're mean men, Dean. They'll worry about that one later. Right now, they're just worried about the outcome of this one.
Another man who is concerned with this matchup is one Joey By God Morton, who is here in Baileysville, and he's watching this because the contracts haven't been signed, but he has certainly expressed an interest to return to NWA Mountain State, where he has faced such men as Rock and Roll Ricky Morton.
Well, Joey Morton can wait in the wings all he wants. Right now, tonight, this moment in time belongs to Damien Wayne and Lance Erikson, and only one man's walking out of here with their hand held up as a winner.
The dog title was on the line. Damien Wayne carried it in. Who will carry it out? Lance Erikson has proved over the past. Oh, he's choking Erikson now.
Erikson getting hung out to dry right now. And when you cut off somebody's oxygen like that, when they're already pouring the blood down their face, that's not going to do them any favors. It's going to start flowing a little more quickly.
The worst bloodshed I ever saw in my life was Mid-South Wrestling, I believe. It was the Sheep Herders and the Fantastics. And Bobby Fulton, was Bobby Fulton the blonde one? He about bled out before getting to the hospital. The sheep herders and the cage wore him out. Both men now flat on their backs after this. And again, the look of concern on the face of Rich Quick and staying at arm's distance between the two men.
Blood loss ain't going to do nothing in terms of favoring your stamina, but these two men, they're going to go against that. Damien Wayne, a fist between the eyes of Erikson, I believe on the pinpoint spot where that blood started to flow to begin with.
Oh, both of these guys are zoning in on the smell.
Lance Erikson trying to walk away. It's kind of hard to walk away from a man who's holding the other end of your chain, though.
That's right. Oh, and that one hurt Damien Wayne's hand. I saw Wahoo McDaniel and Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin in an Indian strap match in Charleston, West Virginia in 1986, the Great American Bash. Similar results, but the match ends differently in this end. Damien Wayne has the support of the crowd now. And he's getting the people behind him. Oh, wow, what a shot.
Well, the fans may be behind Damien for the moment, but even if they're not voicing their approval of Lance Erikson, that's not going to mess with the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion's head. He's been in that situation before. The only man he's in there fighting for is himself right now. He's fighting for personal pride, but he's also fighting for our locker room.
High risk.
But first and foremost on his list, still him. He doesn't need anyone else's support.
True. And yet he aligns himself with the Syndicate, Dangerous Dave Scott, Matt Conrad, and now Rich Quick, who's getting candid shots on his iPhone. Lance Erikson, wow, having trouble staying on his feet. Might want to take a few less candid pictures and pay a little more attention to the well-being of your man. He has matches that he has to make it to. So does Damien Wayne.
Well, these guys are just going to have to get ready to wrestle hurt, because that's what this match is going to do to you. You don't sign on the dotted line and go against each other, cage match, dog collar match, whatever, I don't care. When there's so much animosity at stake between two competitors heading into a match, and especially two guys as skilled and as vicious in that ring as Damien Wayne and Lance Erikson, you expect to get hurt coming out of it.
And that's what's going to happen. Damien Wayne blocks the right hand, lands one of his own. He's reeling and rocking, our heavyweight champion, the dog champion. His title's on the line, and he's come to fight for it.
Lance Erikson is currently headed for a world record on the Muda scale if he keeps pouring blood like that.
Well put, my friend. Oh, brother, times like this, I love you. Damien Wayne, what have you got for us now, my man? He's going up towards the top. He is at the top. He has a vicious top rope elbow. And this is it.
And he nailed that vicious top rope elbow.
The last time Lance Erikson felt that, I drove him to the ER.
Almost a 3 count.
Almost a 3 count.
Mr. Mid-Atlantic, for the first time in this match, he hasn't been wearing a smile at all, but for the first time in this match, he looks really frustrated right now.
I tell you, when he jumped off the rope, I saw a streak of red that almost looked like Sin City, man. It was incredible. And now, firing the shots and a chop across the chest. Irish whip shoots him across. Reversal.
Spine buster!
Game changer. I thought that was it.
And still, Mr. Mid-Atlantic kicking out.
The man has an alternate nickname. The Mid-Atlantic Bad Butt. I'm not saying it. But he's proven why he has that.
Can you say it?
What?
Standards and practices,
Yes.
whatever.
Look, they wouldn't even let us set a cage up, man. They're not going to let me say ass.
Oh!
Wait a second.
Damien Wayne ducks the clothesline, and Lance Erikson just ate a super kick.
I'll bet you there's as much blood coming out of his mouth right now as there is off his forehead. Damien Wayne again going high risk.
I don't know how smart this is. That chain's still connecting him. And I was getting ready to say all he has to do is yank on it, and he just did. And Damien Wayne got crotched on that top turnbuckle.
Wow. And Rich Quick is very happy now. Now that clubbing forearm. What do you know about a clubbing forearm? You can drive a man to the mat with it.
Is
What
Rich
just-
taking a picture with his cell phone?
He is. Damien Wayne had nowhere to go. He had to absorb that shot. And now fighting back.
And Erikson falling from the top. And Damien Wayne one more time. Getting ready to fly high. Will he
He's
connect?
wrapping his elbow.
Oh! And an elbow wrapped in a chain on top of Lance Erikson.
Wow.
And that's going to be it, fans.
What a great match. I wish we could bring you this type of match every time you tune in. But guys, this is to settle a score. And Damien Wayne walked in, dog champion. He's walking out dog champion. Still the top dog.
But the Canadian Lion, Lance Erikson, absolutely nothing to feel bad about as far as his effort this evening goes. He laid it all out there. It could have gone either way. It just happened to be that tonight, the odds in the favor of Damien Wayne just a little bit more. But you know, Dean, down the line, these two guys could reconnect very easily and meet in that ring. It could go the other way. But tonight, the victor, standing tall, still Doug Pound champion.